The Steam Deck OLED is one of a kind. We have all these other handhelds, especially the new Legion Go 2 that just released. But I find myself still in love with the Steam Deck OLED. It's not the most powerful, not the flashiest, but somehow it's still the one that feels the most right. I'll be honest with you guys. Let's be real. We've hit a point where these new handhelds are starting to look and feel more like portable gaming PCs than actual handhelds. They're big, they're heavy, and yeah, they're very expensive, but they pack some serious specs. But they've lost that handheld magic. The handheld magic that the Steam Deck OLED seems to not have lost yet. The Steam Deck OLED doesn't try to be a laptop in disguise. It's comfortable, it's simple, and everything about it just feels like it was made for gaming in your hands. Now, what makes it one of a kind isn't just the OLED screen. Though, don't get me wrong, the display is incredible. Once you've gamed on an OLED deck, going back to an LCD feels very dull. The colors pop, and the contrast makes every game feel alive. And when you're playing something cinematic like Resident Evil, even though it is very old, or Just Cause 3, or even Dying Light, the Beast, the experience is just on a whole other level. But what really makes the Steam Deck OLED special, in my opinion, is the balance. Valve found this perfect middle ground between power, portability, and price. Starting at $549 for the OLED version, it's cheaper than both the Legion Go and the ROG Ally X and a lot of handhelds on the market. And yet, the overall experience feels smoother and more polished. And that's not just about the hardware power, it's about optimization. SteamOS might not run Windows, but that's exactly why it runs so well. You don't deal with all these pop-ups and random system updates when you're just trying to launch a game. It's built for gaming and only gaming. Another thing I don't think gets enough credit is the battery life. The OLED version easily outperforms the original deck in that area, and definitely lasts the most than a lot of these newer handhelds that are trying to push 1080p and higher refresh rates. Valve did something smart here. They didn't chase the benchmark numbers, they chased usability. And you really feel that in the ergonomics too. The shape of the deck still feels unmatched. The grips are actually designed for hours of play, not just for quick sessions. Meanwhile, a lot of these newer devices feel like they were designed for spec sheets first and comfort second. You hold on to that Legion Go for more than half an hour and you'll know what I mean. It's a brick, a powerful brick, but still a brick. But hey, to each their own. The Steam Deck OLED also has this sort of soul to it. The community behind it is insane, from custom skins, performance tweaks, third-party docks, and this incredible case from JSAUX, and all the open source support. Also, Valve has still been updating this beautiful device. I don't feel like the Steam Deck is a device, I feel like it's a platform. And Valve actually listens. You can tell that they care about the experience, not just the next model sale, like a lot of these brands. And sure, the other handhelds might have some things the deck doesn't, like native Windows support or slightly higher refresh rates. But that's not what handheld gaming is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be easy, fast, and fun. You pick it up, you turn it on, and you play. No setup, no troubleshooting, no plugging in a keyboard just to install something. And I know you guys been there, because I have. Also, I gotta talk about the price again, because that's a huge part of why the Steam Deck OLED is still one of the smartest buys in my opinion. You're paying hundreds less for something that delivers arguably a better and more cohesive experience. The Legion Go 2 and the Ally X are pushing close to $9,000 to $1,000, and I say $1,350. So even though the deck might not have some of the top tier specs, it nails everything else that matters. The build quality, the comfort, display, and ecosystem, and just pure gaming joy. It's one of those devices that feels more personal, like something designed by people who actually play games. I think that's why it's one of a kind. It doesn't try to copy anyone, it's not chasing the Windows handheld trend, it's not trying to flex specs or gimmicks. It's doing its own thing and it's doing it incredibly well. And honestly, every time I pick it up, I remember why I love it. It's the only handheld that truly feels like it belongs anywhere. On your couch, plugged into a monitor, or XR glasses. It's freedom in ways that I can't even explain. So yeah, the Steam Deck OLED might not win in spec wars, but it absolutely wins in the experience. At the end of the day, that's what gaming should be, and I believe the Steam Deck is one of a kind. Let me know down below what you guys think.